So tonight, here's what the CDC is projecting, that 217,000 COVID deaths will happen by early October. I want to bring in now Dr. Craig Spencer of the New York Presbyterian Columbia University Medical Center and CNN political analyst Kirsten Powers. Good evening to both of you. Dr. Spencer, you're first up here. A day after the Woodward bombshells, the president held a rally in Michigan, no social distancing, few masks. Our Jim Acosta caught up with some of the attendees. Listen to this.
Why are you guys not wearing masks?
I have one with me. It's my prerogative.
But why not wear one to stay safe?
I have a hard time understanding people when they talk, so that's why I don't wear it.
But you can hear me right now?
I can hear you.
Sir, tell me, why are you not wearing your mask?
Because there's no COVID. It's a fake pandemic created to destroy the United States of America.
But the president said to Bob Woodward that there is a virus, the coronavirus, and that it is deadly.
That's his opinion. The truth is that the CDC said there's only less than 10,000 people die from COVID. The other 190,000 have 2.6 or 2.8 other mortalities.
Does it worry you guys at all to be in this crowded space with all these...
I'm not afraid. The good Lord takes care of me. If I die, I die. We got to get this country moving. Can't what are you gonna do? Wear masks and stay inside for another year? Huh? Where'll that get us?
Okay, I don't want to. If you wear a mask, he's outside. First of all, he's not inside. You can wear a mask, right? It's like, and he said, if I die, but what about the other people? Your fellow man. He said, the good Lord, isn't it? You're supposed to look out for your, I don't really get it. So this is, it's exactly the kind of misinformation, Doctor, the president, and maybe only the president could have prevented. And instead, he made sure that this is where we are today.
Yep. Yeah, well, I think there are two issues here. One, the revelation in the Woodward tapes, quite frankly, is not surprising to anyone. All public health professionals knew all along how bad this was, and we tried warning people and tried speaking out about it on programs just like this. And the problem is that the president has a larger platform, and in theory, he should be trusted on things like this. It's his job to lead us through crises like this. But at the same time that he was telling people in private how bad this was and how concerning it was, he was telling people in public that they didn't need a mask, that they didn't need to trust public health professionals. The long-term impact is what you heard in that clip tonight. People have no faith, have very little trust in our trusted medical and public health establishments. And all of this was set in February and March when the president demeaned, denigrated, and really downplayed the severity of this virus and undermined the public health expertise that we were trying to share.
There are, you know, all the hot spots. Doctor, I just wonder, Kirsten, I'm going to get to you, but I wonder if I want to bring my family out of a hot spot there in Louisiana to have a life, because people here have a life. Guess what? We social distance, we wear masks, and we keep moving. But my mom has been trapped in the house since March, and it's heartbreaking because there are these people like these folks right here who don't care about anybody but themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it is really hard. I worked in New York in March, and in April, I saw the surge. I was on the front lines. I saw so many people die of this. And you don't hear people in New York City talking about how this is a hoax or some made-up virus. We all live through this reality, and that happened in many other places around this country. It will continue in communities that haven't been affected yet. It will continue to roll around this country. It will impact those communities until we put in place public health guidance, until we listen to professionals, not the mistruths and misinformation that is spewing from this president's mouth and his Twitter feed on a daily basis. That is our public health crisis.
Kirsten, I mean, it is really infuriating when you see that crowd, all of those people squished into an airplane hangar together, and then he says this.
Our country is doing great. We had to take a pause to get rid of the China virus, and we're coming around that turn. I'm telling you, you watch next year, better than last year. It's going to be better than last year.
He's not downplaying the virus. He's pretending the pandemic is over.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really, it is a tragedy on so many levels, but it is particularly sad to watch these people who believe him, right? I mean, it's when there's all this information to the contrary, you can't even say with the Bob Woodward book that he didn't say it, because you can hear him saying it. It's a recording, and yet somehow you still have Fox News covering it like it's no big deal and it didn't happen. And you know, it's interesting listening to that man who said the good Lord is going to protect me and I have to go on with my life. And I've heard some version of this from various Trump supporters. And yet when the caravan is coming, allegedly, the good Lord's not going to protect them. When Antifa is coming, the good Lord's not going to protect them, right? None of it makes sense. Like the things that they choose to be scared of and that Donald Trump scares them about aren't even the real things that they need to be worried about. And yet they're in this panic. And then you have the president saying, well, I don't want to cause a panic, when that's essentially all he does as president is try to incite panics in the country and in the people who support him.
Kirsten, doctor, thank you so much. I appreciate it.